Hey everyone, welcome to Dice on Ice. My name is Megan, and I am one half of this YouTube channel. It's been a while since we posted, but I'm excited to get some games back up and running. Tonight, we have four very awesome people who are going to try out one of my little pet project games, which I'm excited. So I think without belaboring the point, we're just going to jump right into it. Oh, just one more thing. Since you guys don't have names, I'm just going to be referring to you by, like, you. Yeah. So, Jason, your mind is black. Everything around you is blank. And it almost seems like you went from nothing to consciousness in an instant. And you're hit by this horrible pain in your side. And in the distance, you can hear the sound of two monitors making this slow, rhythmic beeping noise. And you feel that you are laying on a small cot. But if you open your eyes, you see total darkness. What do you do?
My eyes shooting open and the pain radiating from my side, I immediately gasp and roll away from the side, trying to figure out what exactly is happening. Do I feel any like wound or anything, or is it just pain?
When you touch your side, it does feel tender, not out of a cut, but bruising. And as you kind of move your arm, you can feel the gentle tug of something in your skin. An IV.
All right, terror overtakes me. I'll reach out. I see nothing, right? No lights, just darkness.
When you first open your eyes, you see nothing. But if you were to look around and you look to your side, you would see the glow of two what look to be heart monitors. And you see like the slow, rhythmic. And if you look, that's to your left. If you look to your right, you see another one. Shadow of that, you see another bed with what looks to be a figure laying, breathing.
Trying to catch my breath. I have no memory of how I got here. Correct? I just
No.
Total blank before this moment of consciousness. My first instinct would be to like paw at the IV in my arm, and just I'll rip it out without even thinking much of it, and try to get out of bed. Do I have like a hospital gown on, or am I naked, or do I have like pants?
When you kind of feel it, you feel that kind of like canvasy feeling of hospital scrubs. That kind of rough,
okay.
So you have a pant and like a shirt.
Okay. I attempt to stand up. I imagine I'm a little dizzy from just snapping out of unconsciousness that way. So I'm bracing myself on the bed, eyeing the room. I see the other bed with the figure in it. I scan around. Do I see any more, or is it just us two? Is there a door?
It seems to be a total blackness. There is a very small circle of light that this monitor can brighten up. So you can really only see up to the edge of your bed, and then the very faint silhouette of the person beside you. So you really have no idea how big the room is or anything like that. And as soon as you move to stand up, monitor go flatline on your side because you just removed the heart monitor thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in kind of a panic right now. I'm like trying to catch my breath, looking around. What the fuck? And start feeling myself towards the end of the bed. Can I walk? Do I find it difficult?
Yes. Yes, you can walk. The pain in your side makes it quite difficult to breathe, but your legs seem fine. All of that seems fine.
Okay. Yeah. Every step that I'll take with that leg will draw a sharp intake of my breath as I'm going towards the end of the bed, trying to find out anything about this room or where I could possibly be at. I'm thoroughly terrified and confused.
And as you go to the edge of the bed, your foot kicks against something soft but firm. And Eric, you feel this pain kind of in your side as Jason just kicked you. You're laying on the floor.
I think my initial reaction would be like when you wake up from a dream as if you were falling, and kind of shoot and push him away from me, instinctively not knowing what was kicking into me. And then I start to scan the room myself. Am I connected to an IV or anything? Or
no, you don't seem to be. You seem like you're just on the floor.
Right, and I think I'll try and scramble away from him real quick because I don't know who he is.
That will elicit Jason, a scream as I jump back. I was not expecting anything pushing back against me.
Wait, and I look at him. Wait, who are you? Where are we?
I don't know. Who the fuck are you?
And you see him like pause. My character pause, kind of stare off in that 1,000-mile stare, and just look at him and go, I don't know. I'm trying, but I don't know. Who are you?
Well, fuck, I don't know. What is this place? Why are you on the floor? Help!
I don't know. Why did you get a bed and why am I on the floor? I don't know. I scanned the room. Is there any other people like in the room besides me and him? Me and Jason?
So there was the figure that is on the bed right now who is still hooked up to the machine. But as far as you can tell, there's no one else, but it is very dark. And then we're going to just quickly pan over to the bed. And Chad, you wake up to this kind of commotion that is going on in the room. And what is your reaction?
It's odd. It's a like euphoric sort of situation. He feels pain initially as I take in breath. Son of a... and he hears the scuffling over in the corner. God. Look. Someone there. I think I'm... And he feels for his leg. And can he move? He feels for his leg. And he feels that he's in this bed. Can he move his limbs?
Yes, but your right leg, as soon as you try to move it, you feel this sharp pain just kind of go from your knee all the way up to your hip, just as if like this electric shock just went through.
Ah, son of a... And he like braces himself on the edge of the bed. And I imagine if there's like a nightstand or something over next to him, he like grabs onto the edge of that too. And just... Is someone there? I need help. God, what the hell is this? And it's... Is there any sort of light around me particularly? When I open my eyes, is it just complete darkness, or am I able to see around me to a certain extent?
So you're able to see your bed up to the edge of it because, and you find as you kind of move, you are also hooked up to this monitor. And then you would just see the faintest shadow of Jason reflected by his monitor.
And he feels his arm. And he feels that IV, right? Like that needle. Hey, you. Are you a nurse? You a doctor? The hell is this thing, and where the hell am I?
As I'm still panicking, from the entire situation, I register that question, are you a nurse? And just quip, do I look like a damn nurse?
Well, I can't quite fucking see now, can I? Look. Do you know how you got here? And where the fuck is here?
Your guess is as good as mine. It's...
All right.
I don't know.
All right, fine. I'll ask you another question. And he feels the arm again, and he feels that needle. He's like, all right. Look, there's an IV in my arm. Was there an IV in your arm when you woke up?
Yeah, there was.
Okay. Okay, that's a good thing. It's a good sign. That means we're some sort of medical facility. That's great. It means... Okay. Were you hurt? Were you injured? Fuck, my leg is... And he like rolls himself over to the side of the bed and like sits up. Yeah, my leg's on fire. My leg's on fucking fire. But what about you?
Still feeling at my side. I try to pull anything out of the darkness that was before. I don't know. I feel like I got hit by a truck. What kind of hospital keeps you in the dark?
You and me both, buddy.
And where's the damn nurse?
I know, right? Is there somebody else around you? Anyone?
Yeah.
It's just jackass on the floor.
At least you guys got beds.
Hey. Okay. And I try to pull myself up. At that point, I try to pull myself up. Okay, there's at least 2 other people in the room. That's good. It means I'm not alone. Crazy. All right.
And just as you kind of say that, Anastasia, you jolt awake. You find that your back is against a wall. And you've been kind of hearing this commotion kind of echoing in your mind as you were coming to consciousness. But now you're awake, and these voices seem a little far away.
She just kind of darts awake a little bit, looking around. She can't see anything, and kind of breathing heavily. And then she kind of hears these voices. Can I see the monitor, faint monitor light from where I'm against the wall?
Yes, from where you are, you actually have sight of both of them.
Okay.
And then some like shadows kind of obscuring the light or the screen.
I see. And I only see 2 though. Okay.
Yes.
I kind of rub my shoulder, and just kind of, do I just happen to come across anything, or do I seem to have anything sticking into my arms, or?
No, you don't have anything in your arms, and actually you feel fine, like you just kind of woke up from a nap.
I kind of
No
like,
pain,
that's
no
weird. That's weird. And then suddenly I'm kind of like, oh, well, what? And then I kind of just realize how little I know. And I realize I don't remember my name. I don't remember who I am. And I just start, for the slightest moment, I start panicking, but then I just deep breaths. And she kind of stands up and, hello, you there? You two in the shadows. Who are you?
Fear is turning to anger as just this barrage of unanswerable questions are getting thrown about the room. And I sit back down on the bed, just trying to still pull anything out of my head. Who am I? Who are these people? And I just whisper to the voice in the dark, I don't know.
I'm gonna stand up. Do I still feel fine?
Yes, you do. Well, so as you kind of get up, your head kind of hits something like a just like just like your head just kind of bumps against this.
Ow! Jeez. And I kind of do, and I just kind of rub my head and try to move a little bit forward and try to stand up fully again. Just kind of rubbing my head. That really hurt. I actually feel behind me. What did I just hit my head on? Or can I tell?
Yeah, it seems like this like metal box. And if you were kind of feel it, there's an inside to it that you could reach into.
I'm not going to reach into it, but I think I'm going to move closely. I'm going to try to, I have this weird sense of like don't approach too quickly. So I'm gonna just kind of make my way and. All right, I'm coming over to where you are, so hopefully we can figure this out. And I make my way over. Did I run into anything? Because I'm kind of just tunnel vision looking at the monitor light in the shadows.
So you tell me, so you can see where both Chad and Jason are by their silhouette, but you have not seen Eric because he is not close enough to be. So if anything, you might hit him.
Okay. Hey, could I trip over you?
Yeah, when I feel her bump into me, I kind of like push my arms away, and I don't know, maybe I accidentally hit her, and I guess I would fall back. Do I have any like injuries like the other people in the room? Like any other nagging pain?
No, you also feel completely fine.
Okay, is anyone else going to come out of the dark and knock me over? Is this the game we're playing today?
Goodness, there's a third one. Are you okay? Do you know who you are either?
No, I don't know who I am. I don't know any of you, so I'm kind of worried right now.
This is a predicament. Kind of dust myself off. I still have like a gown on, right? So, and I just kind of I don't recognize any of these people, do I? So I'm just kind of, but I feel like a compulsion to kind of just see that, like see if I recognize anyone, but I don't. So
upon hearing their voices, and this goes for all of you, you have this very nagging suspicion that you've met these people before, that you know who they are, but you can't quite place where, when, how, for positive or negative. You just know that you have seen these people before.
Oh, that's odd. Excuse me, do I know you? Is it just a light? Am I just crazy waking up? Any of you?
I think we're all going a little crazy right now, seeing how none of us know who we are or who any of you are.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Take stock, kid. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. There's now 4 people in here. None of you have or will ever try to kill me. Yeah? Not. I mean, but I'm assuming that because I'm in pain, thing happened to me. And then he looks across the room to Jason. Something must have happened to you, because I can hear your wheezing from the bed across from you. Oh, Jesus. What about the other 2?
Well, maybe someone hit me in the back of the head and I ended up on the floor. But I just want to get some answers. That's all I care about.
Yeah, same here. Apart from a bumped head, I'm fine.
Well, okay, that's good. Where do we start? And he looks around and he sees those faces, and it's that moment of like vague familiarity. Someone through the reflection of water, right? And I know you. I know you. Yeah, I think.
Oh, you do?
He looks around at each one. It's here. I can't place it. You know, like you got the same feeling, right?
Well, I do think I remember you, but I don't know where. Speaking of which, where are we? Do any of you know, or is that also up in the air?
I think that I'm going to take a moment, feel. He's going to be exasperated. He's going to sigh, and he's going to feel his face. He's going to start feeling at his face. Just, oh, okay. So here's what I know. Here's what I know. Okay. One, we have to be in some sort of medical facility. 'Cause I'm clean in here to be not. And then on top of it, Wheezy over here is in pain just like I am. So I'm not gonna make any assumptions, but and he pulls a hand down and holds a hand down. If Eric hasn't gotten up yet from the ground, he holds a hand up so that you can actually stand up. And he winces as he pulls you up that right leg, like almost wants to buckle underneath him. But look, we don't have a lot of time probably to sit around and discuss it. The longer we wait, whoever can put us here. God, I hope it's not you two. I really do. It's fog. It's nothing but fog up here.
Hold on. Why? It's this isn't. Maybe this is just a mistake. Maybe there was a malfunction with the electricity. Perhaps I don't think we should jump to conclusions and say we were brought here against our will.
Yeah. Malfunction with the electricity. Yeah, that sounds like a nice idea.
I remember a blackout wiping my memory. Well, yeah, a blackout, but that's besides the point. I'm going to search the room, see if there's anything else within the room besides the beds and the monitors, like feeling around.
All right. So
yeah, and as you stand up, I'm going to go ahead and trust.
Sorry, did you say you were going to search the room as well?
Well, I'm just going to try to stand up for at least to begin with, and then like we'll go from there. But I haven't.
Yeah. All right, Eric. I'm gonna get you to make me an investigation check, which you have a +3 to.
$18.
So the wall seems pretty smooth as you're kind of going along it. You can feel what feels to be some sort of grate in the wall, kind of up a little bit. And then as you kind of continue on, you feel this box that was around the same place that Anastasia was. And again, you feel around it and you feel that it's just kind of like this hollow metal box mounted against the wall that you could put your hand in if you want to.
All right, I'm going to stick my hand in there.
So as soon as you do
on that. Sorry.
Yeah. When you do, you feel a kind of a lever, like a pull lever.
Pull it.
And so when you pull it, you hear this.
Sorry, you can't.
And so you hear the beginnings of of like humming, as if, you know, when things around you are kind of coming back to life, and slowly but surely you hear the sound of lights coming on, first outside the room and then finally sorry, and then finally in the room, just kind of illuminates, and you guys can
Oh
all
my
see.
God! You look fine. You look just fine. No worries there. Sorry.
Yeah, way to shock everybody. That's a good idea. Let's make that assumption. Okay, I can tell that. And then I stand up, and I feel like my legs would be, especially on that right leg, it would be wobbly immediately as soon as I put pressure onto it. But I'm gonna, now that the light is illuminating the area, I'm gonna look for a crutch, anything I can use as a brace to sort of to move away from the bed.
So there is the monitor, which is the kind of thing that's like on a pole with wheels. And there are some counter across the room. But as you're scanning, you also see that there is a body slumped right in the corner, the farthest corner away from you. Yeah. You all see it.
Obviously dead.
Yes, very obviously dead. And yeah.
Christ! Do you see that? That person. I go over to check. Is there any obvious wounds on them that they're like?
Yeah, there seems to be a single bullet wound to the head.
I'm over there looking at the body with her. Is there a weapon on the body at all?
Yes, you see that kind of slumped on the hand is the gun.
I quickly snatch the gun before anybody else could try to react to it. Looking around now that the light is on for a door.
Wait, what are you doing with that?
Whoa.
I'll look at her. Well, he obviously doesn't need it anymore.
Yes, but what gives you the just?
I'm just
as long as you're not.
amazed. What? Oh, go.
I suppose it's all right.
I know it's all right. I wake up in a room. My side feels like I've been hit by a truck with a bunch of people I don't know. Oh, it's all right that I have the gun. As I make my way towards a door.
Let's just not do anything rash. That's the worst thing. I'm kind of like, I might be talking to you, and you might piss your character off, but I'm just kind of. It's the panicking is the worst thing that we can do. So let's keep calm and let's breathe and let's look for the door. And she's gonna just kind of like shimmy off and look for a door out.
As I stand up, I chuckle a little bit because I think this is just funny. Yeah. So I tend to agree with you. Look, getting panicked isn't the right thing to do, but I'm kind of with him on this one. Having a weapon of some sort, especially with a dead body, would suit us better than not having one. And he looks around at Eric and then Anastasia's character, and then considering that you were on the floor, and considering everything that I know, at least it seems to me that maybe this guy's seen some combat before.
I'd be more reliable with a gun than. Well, I don't know about myself yet, but come on. Yeah, I agree. We should find a door, though. Do you guys? Where's a door?
So where this guy was slumped, he was slumped kind of in the corner on the far side of the room. And he was kind of sitting right next to what looks to be a door. But what you can see from it is scorch marks in kind of like starting from the bottom, going up in kind of like this arc shape, about human size. And then suddenly you guys hear a voice.
Welcome to Blastcorp. System initializing. Diagnostics. Facial recognition. Disabled. Automated doors. Disabled. You have one unheard recording.
What? I heard facial recognition disabled. Well, that's just fucking great. Okay. Recording? What kind of recording?
There was a voice recording about 2 weeks ago.
All right.
It's unheard.
Okay. All right. We need answers, right? So, I say we play it.
Agreed.
Play.
Playback. Recording.
"5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, October 20th, 2018. Thomas Monroe, enter number 56. Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. I guess this is it. The final experiments. If this tape is found, I want my mother, Elaine, to know that her son gave his life for something far beyond the scope of any one life. My death will surely aid in bringing a change to humanity, to the world. I unfortunately will not see what this does, but you will, Mom. Remember that your son was involved in its greatness, and that he did this for you, for everyone."
Recording has ended.
Fucking wonderful. Experiments. This isn't a hospital. This is a damn lab.
Yeah.
I suppose they're talking about us.
Well, okay.
And do you suppose this fellow here, and she points to the dead man on the floor, do you suppose this is Thomas?
I check him for a name tag then. Like when she mentions, like, is this Thomas? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, actually, I think I'll try to make a check. I want to try to make an investigation for like an ID or wallet.
So you have a +2 to investigation. So as you're both looking,
19.
And Eric, what did you get? Oh,
Thank you. I can't hear myself, so sometimes I don't. Sorry.
I got it.
So sorry.
That's pretty
Okay.
awesome, though.
I was like, okay, we're just gonna go with it. We'll go with it.
No, sorry. So you guys looking, and one of the things you do find in one of his pockets is this very oddly shaped tool. And Anastasia, no, Eric, you would realize what this is instantly. This is an arc tool.
I kind of hold it and like, well, it looks like he's not gonna need this. I guess I'll hold on to this since this guy got the gun.
So you're just
and
gonna
you do find
facility. That's not very. I get it.
It's not about honor right now, lady. It's about survival and figuring out what's going on here. And I'm gonna
Just
try.
because desperation comes up doesn't mean society suddenly crumbles.
And also searching, you find that in his like front pocket, he's wearing kind of similar colored scrubs as you are, and you're all wearing these scrubs. And he has a name tag, and it says Thomas Monroe on it.
Well, thanks for nothing, Thomas.
Did he? I hate to say this, but did he shoot himself, or did?
It was in his hand. Now,
Yeah.
unless you want to play Sherlock Holmes, I don't think it much matters at this point.
Okay. I mean, I tend to agree with you, but it kind of does, because we were in the room with him. If he was inclined to that, if he was driven to that, maybe there was a reason we were put in this room.
Well, let's not stick around to find out exactly what that was. Let's try to get out of this room at the very least.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a smart idea. That's a very smart idea. I'm gonna take a look.
See if you can get this door open with the tool. Door's not working. There's no handle. Face recognition.
Can I make a recommendation? When we go flaunting around this hospital, perhaps you should not wave around the gun. It might get us killed more quickly than if we had it concealed. And you can tell she's still very kind of like grudgingly accepting of the fact that you guys have all picked up stuff.
Still going with the hospital scenario, are we?
You never know. I just don't want to actually get arrested if we are wrong and we're making a big scene of this. Accidents do happen.
Well, I tell you what, we'll play it light, okay? We'll play this one light. Well, the smart play here is to just get the door open. Computer. I'm talking to a goddamn computer. Computer. is that the right fucking word for me to say? I don't know.
What can I assist you with?
What the? You said facial recognition wasn't working. You said that the door locks weren't working.
That is correct. Voice
Okay.
recognition failed.
Okay.
Decrypting logs.
Decrypting logs. Okay, you're decrypting some more logs. That's good. Okay. How long have we been in here?
Sorry, I didn't catch the last part.
How long have we been in here?
You have been in this room for approximately 2 weeks, 5 days, 6 hours, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Okay, almost 3 weeks. Okay. When I feel at my face, do I feel anything of significance? Sort of. Even though there's no facial recognition, do I feel anything prominent that like will give me some sort of sense of?
The only thing you can really feel on your face is that you have like just a bit of scruff, from not shaved for 2 weeks. Actually, probably more than scruff. But that's about it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And I look to Eric. All right. They're right. Use that thing. You seem like you know how to use it. If you can, I don't think we're going to get that door open without something involved than just a damn key lock.
You don't have to tell me twice. So I walk up to the door. Is there like a console next to the door or something that I could use the arc tool on to possibly?
Yes, so there is a keypad next to the door, but it looks like it has just been smashed. The screen is cracked. The numbers are everything is just cracked.
Would be a possible way to jack. Is there a console in the room also, or just
the only thing that seems to be is the keypad.
Would there be a way for me to possibly hack into that, even though it's broken? Like possibly you jack in with the arc tool and work around it.
I would say, give me a tech check, which you have a +7 to, just to see how long it's going to take you to fix it, even if it can be fixed.
Okay. Rolling tech. Ooh, with that +7, I got a 26.
Awesome. So, you see some wires dangling, and they've obviously been snipped. You feel like with a little bit of finagling, along with this arc tool, you could probably get the console working, but it would probably take you about an hour to get everything moving and going.
So I look at the group.
But this just seems very natural to you. This, like, the information just kind of, it's right there.
So I look at him like, good news. I could probably get this open, or I could get this console working. Bad news. We'll have to get to know each other for about an hour.
I suppose that certainly can't hurt. Now, between me rudely interrupting you and my spotty internet, was there so this was the only door in the room right next to the guy?
So there was the door. There was also the vent that Eric felt before. And it looks like it's an airflow vent, probably big enough to be crawled through.
And did you say, I heard like red scorch marks around something? Was that the door, or did I mishear that? Or
yes, they were black, and they were kind of like in this arc shape. It kind of looks like someone was trying to get in, but didn't quite break through.
The vent or the door? Or
the door? Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of go over to the vent, and it's like screwed in. Could I? And I guess perhaps we could. While you're walking in that door, I can maybe see if I can do something about this vent. It looks like we could crawl through it. Is there a screwdriver anywhere? And then I'm just gonna look around and see if there's anything. If there's not a screwdriver, is there something I could use as something like that around the room?
Yeah. Upon further investigation, into this vent, you see that it's not screwed in. It's just kind of like fitted into place.
Okay. I imagine then maybe as I'm fiddling with that, can anyone get me a screw? Oh. And can I try to pull it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a strength check from you. And that is a +0.
Oh no.
Strength.
15.
Yeah, so you manage to, with some prying, and you probably hurt your fingers a little bit, but you manage to get this thing off, and it is like it kind of screeches, just.
Well, I don't think I was much good at opening up vents, at least, before this happened. She kind of sets it down, and I'm gonna stick my head inside a little bit, look around. Do I smell or see anything, or in the vent?
There is the faintest scent of rot wafting in. It's very, very faint. The vent probably covered up most of it, but now that it's open, you can kind of smell it. And the tunnel goes down quite a ways and then just kind of turns, it seems, to the left.
Okay. Well, this might not be a bad way to get out, but I do think there's something rather putrid at the other end. Anyone else want to come over and have a whiff?
Putrid, like dead?
Like rotting dead, like our friend here.
And we would crawl through a tunnel towards dead things. Why?
Because it's a way out.
Well, just like you guys are so keen that we are under some kidnapping operation, perhaps if these bad guys come in and try to kill us, perhaps we have no choice. And we have the alternative there.
I see your point. Yep, see your point.
And I think I'm gonna take a cursory glance around the room. Is there any is there any desks with papers or anything like that at all? Or are there like identification things at the end of some of the cots or anything?
Medical charts?
Yes, there are 2 medical charts at the end of your cots.
And there were only 2 cots, or?
Yes. Yeah, there were only 2 cots.
I'm gonna have a look at those if that's okay.
Yeah. So one of them says patient 392, and it shows the date of 2 weeks ago, whatever she said, almost 3 weeks ago. And it says tumor size 0.0 grams. And it seemed to be signed off, looks to be by Thomas. And if you were to flip back a page, there's only 2 pages, and the other one says tumor size 4.01 grams.
Tumor? I heard a tumor. Yeah, I heard that it's a tumor.
Which one of you folks was sleeping in this bed?
God, I can't remember which one. The one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think. Where was I? You were. He looks to Jason. You were on my left. Yeah. And I must have been on the right. Okay.
Well, congratulations on your waning tumors.
Yeah. Hooray. Absolutely hooray. So, which one of us has the worst tumor? And he looks like, I'm looking back at you, and like it's kind of a humorous situation. To grin in it, but then he just realizes, like, okay, yeah, no, this is more serious than I thought.
I'm kind of pacing around, kind of bouncing the gun a little bit in my hand with one arm and rubbing the back of my neck with the other, piecing it together, eyeing the door, eyeing the tunnel out. It's like, fuck this. We've got to get out of here.
Yeah,
I don't know what these scientists.
I'm not leaving this room with and our tech friend over there has a thing, an item that works tech. That's great, but the two of us, we've got nothing to protect ourselves. So, logically, you're the only one that it makes sense to go through the vent. I'm sorry, it just makes more sense. If we find another weapon, a knife or a blade or a scalpel or something, maybe I can makeshift something out of that. But till then, you're the only one with bullets, and if you could get through the vent, you can protect yourself from whatever that disgusting scent is coming from.
Is there actually like a fire axe or anything around there in this room? Or like a fire alarm system? Actually, like a handle?
Yes, there is a pull, one of those pull things where you break the glass and then you pull it. As far as an axe goes, no, this room is surprisingly empty.
Shit.
Well,
I have decrypted another recording. Would you like to listen?
I slump down kind of begrudgingly on the bed, trying to figure out who the fuck I am. And I sigh and say, yeah, it's the only way to to understand what's going on here. I think none of us have answers, right? None of us.
None for me.
All right. Play it.
Playback initiated.
Dr. Pierre Javal, Audio Journal. October 20th, 2018. They're all dead. We've run out of test subjects. There's no one else to test it on. Shut the fuck up, Greg. I'm recording this. You see, the beasts are free. You know, if you just listen closely, you can hear Plascorp cutting through the door. They're coming to take it, to take what I have created, to my life's work, to what I've put all of my blood, sweat, and tears into. They're trying to take credit. They're trying to destroy everything. But this has to work. It's definitely going to work. There is no question it will. Get in the goddamn chairs. Because I, Dr. Pierre Chaval, I shall be remembered in history as the man who beat cancer. Not the company, not you, no one. It was me, my genius. It was all me. And history will know the truth.
Playback ended.
I look over to Anastasia. Still think you're in a hospital?
She kind of looks back and just says, I take back, I'm glad you have a gun. I won't say anything more on that.
Yeah, no, this Cheval character. Yeah, no, he sounds like a blast at parties. Yeah. Okay. So we're in a small room, and I look over to Jason, which we were probably guinea pigs of. Yeah. And this psychopath was using us for experiments. That's refreshing. Okay. I'm not gonna lose my cool. I'm gonna be mellow. We can get through this. We just got to think it through. What's the next step? And it's like he's planning in his head what to do, and he's looking around the room. Is there anything I can do, Megan, that would maybe give me further insight to like how to solve this problem, or what we can do to further this situation along?
Well, there's always the computer who you can ask questions. Other than that, there's the console, and there is the arc of kind of this like smoldering kind of like black thing on the door.
Then I sit up from the cot. I take a moment to look at the others, and then I slowly walk over to the door. I'm like place my hand onto this arc of shard against the metal door, and computer, I need your help again.
How may I assist you?
Okay, so you said there was no audio logs. Does this room have any sort of video surveillance? Memory that it would have held within it. There are scorch marks on the door. I want to know if someone tried to get in or if one of us tried to get out. And what would have caused that? Because I don't see anything that could have in here.
This room is not recorded on the official map of Plascorp. Therefore, there is no video camera out or in to this room. This room is not sanctioned by Plascorp. Please fix this before officials of Plascorp are contacted. Please get a permit.
Oh, wonderful.
Secret experiments.
Don't you love being secret experiments? God damn it.
Fuck this. And I will I will start to move anything that I can to get to the tunnel, to the vent.
Yeah, so the vent isn't that far up. You could probably just with a little bit of, you could put your hands on it and just with like a little bit of a hoist, you could get up to it.
Okay. Yeah, I will grab it and I'll turn to everybody else and you can wait here or you can follow me. But I'm getting the hell out of here right now and hoist myself up into the tunnel. Look, and just take a stab at which way I can go and start crawling through, gun in hand.
I think I would feel surprisingly not too perturbed about the idea of climbing into a tunnel that smells like dead bodies, especially when I'm behind someone with a gun. Initiative and go after him, but before I do think I apologize, Mr. Tech, but I do. Your work is very graciously appreciated, but I do think that this is the best alternative at this moment.
I'll wait down here with him.
And she's
all right. Well, we'll be here.
We'll come back as soon as things get rotten. And she climbs in to the tunnel after smiling a little bit.
I look at Chad. That was a terrible joke.
Yeah. But besides the point, I don't think I can necessarily climb up into a damn lift with my leg like this right now. Do I look at my leg now that the light's here? Do I look at my leg and is it worse for wear? Am I like bandaged? A pain when I look down.
So when you look down at your leg, and I assume you kind of like roll up the pant leg just to kind of have a look at your skin, you don't see anything.
Okay.
There's no bruising, no broken bones. This seems perhaps to be an older injury.
Okay.
That is just stuck with you.
Okay. So, that means I'm older. Okay. It just means you're older and fucking useless leg. God. Okay. No, you're okay. It's all right. Don't panic. All right. What do you got, Techie? I need to know. How long we got?
How long do I have based on like?
Yeah, I think probably about 30 minutes have gone by. So you're about halfway through.
All right, I saw them almost done, halfway through, 30 minutes or so. Hopefully, when we get out of here, get some answers. Maybe rendezvous with those other two. But
all right. So I guess since we got half an hour to kill, look, I know it's kind of dumb to suggest small talk, but in and talk to myself. So, what do you remember?
And when he asks you that, you kind of have like a flash of a family. You see a woman, you're in a park, and you see a woman with a stroller walking beside you. And the feeling of love that you have for her just overtakes you with such force. And then you hear the excited squeal of a child in this stroller. And with this joy comes another haunting sensation. Guilt. When you look at her and the child, you feel joy, but you also feel guilt. And then the flashback just kind of ends and you're brought back into this room, back to the console that you're working on. And we're going to leave you guys there for a second, and the camera's just going to pan to Jason and Anastasia, who are crawling through this vent. And so you guys go, and then you kind of turn to the left, and you keep going for a while. There seems to be no other exits or ways to go. This seems pretty direct. And Jason, you would know, just kind of, you would have this realization that you know buildings. For some reason or another, you know how they're made. You know what they're comprised of. You know kind of how they're supposed to work. And this vent, it should not be how it is. There should be other ways leading off. It seems like this thing was almost built as an afterthought.
Okay. I guess I'll be, as I'm crawling and just shaking my head to myself. It's like, no. This isn't right.
Is everything all right up there?
Is it? No, this vent. It shouldn't be here. Look, I don't know why. The way these rooms are going by what our room was versus what I assume was the hallway out, this isn't going in any kind of a direction that makes any sense. And I don't know why.
That's certainly a bit disconcerting, if you don't mind me saying. No,
Yeah,
no offense, of course. I assume you. I fully assume you would know more things about this than I would. So, by the way, that reminds me. I don't want us to go on the wrong foot. So I do apologize for my suspicions towards you, and it is a pleasure to meet you, whoever you may be.
Let's save the pleasantries until we can get out of this nightmare.
Very well. No problem whatsoever.
And how long have we been crawling at this point? Like, but distance-wise, have we made it very far?
Yes, actually, this wasn't a very long vent area, and pretty much as soon as you have this conversation, you reach what seems to be the end, which is another vent. Actually, where a vent should be, it's just a hole. And beyond it, some of the lights are on, and you see, as you're coming up to it, first you see these walls that are black and white, but with very intricate black decals all over it. And then as you kind of get closer, do you get closer? Do you kind of go right up to the hole, or?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
Wait, one second.
How was the smell, by the way?
The smell is definitely getting a bit stronger, though not quite that severely.
Okay, gotcha.
But something that you have noticed, or rather haven't noticed, is any noise. Just the slow, steady hum of generators running and stuff like that, as well as your own movement through the vent. But other than that, really nothing.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
yeah, I'm going towards the
to the edge.
towards the hole. Yeah. And
As you kind of peer out, this is a huge room. And there are tables, and these chairs are in this, these rich red velvet, and there's a white floor. And on your right, you see a huge mahogany that looks like a reception desk. And behind it, you see in large letters, "Welcome to PlasCorp." It seems like this is a foyer, kind of a welcoming area. And to your left, you see 2 huge double doors.
bingo. And I reach, or I look back, and I tell Anastasia, "We're out of here now."
We are. What did you find?
This appears to be the way out, as far as I can tell. And
Is there any? Do you see anybody?
that's a good question.
No, it is very silent. And you hear no one.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I relay to Anastasia. There's no one here. It's like a crypt.
What a pleasant thought with the smell. It might be a little bit more literal than we may want. Right then, do you see a way to get down without breaking anything? Yours or the furniture whatsoever?
Yeah, how far up am I?
Not that far, but kind of there. We're gonna make a quick transition with the camera to Eric, who has just kind of come out of this vision.
So I would assume my back's to Chad right now. I think when the vision kind of ends, like a single tear kind of rolls down his eye, and he kind of like touches it and doesn't really know how to react to it. And so he acts like he's like rubbing sweat off his brow. He's like, I don't know, I just feel like something was taken from me without me knowing, or that I did something wrong, but I don't know. I guess we'll find our answers once we get out of here. What about you? Do you remember anything?
And That's a good question. What do I remember? Come on, just think. He takes a moment to just like sit next to the door, and he just like right next to Eric, and just while he's doing his tech situation, he just sort of sits there and ponders if he can think about anything that he remembers prior to being in here.
And as you're kind of thinking, you can see a name in your mind's eye, fuzzy at first, but keeps getting more and more clear. And as it keeps kind of getting bigger and bigger and more towards you, and this word, as you kind of claw at it and try to remember it, it's the word rose. And you see someone, not yourself, and a woman walking down a corridor, hand in hand. And you feel a tremendous amount of anger. And this man is wearing a lab coat. And she kisses him on the cheek before she kind of leaves him and walks into another room. And he looks at her with love and adoration. But the more he does, the more angry you feel. And then you're kind of snapped back.
And at that moment, I think that for just a second, that anger and that jealousy that is poured over into his brain takes over. And with a good hand, he punches against the door. Like, even knowing that it's metal and knowing that that it might end up hurting him, he doesn't care, and he just like punches against the steel door.
Can you make me a strength check?
Yeah.
You have a -1 on strength.
Okay, so there'll be an 8 then.
So nothing really happens. You do hear a slight groan and maybe a bit of a crack where it was kind of weakened by this arc. But your hand is fine.
And I think almost in sequence, like tears are coming down his eyes, and he's like, "Yeah, so I don't know. Are we any closer to getting out of here anytime soon?"
Yeah, as he says that, what's my progress on the door?
Yeah, I'd say you have between 5 and 10 minutes left.
I tell
So
him,
very close.
yeah, I tell him just 10 more minutes. Maybe if you punch the door again, maybe it'll cut down some time.
And there's a chuckle that comes from him. Yeah. He like cracks his knuckles. Yeah, me punch the door again. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
All right, well, we're almost out of here, so just hang tight.
And then we kind of pan back to the other two. Yeah, the vent is only like 5 feet, maybe 4 feet off the ground. So you could easily jump down. Or kind of lower yourself down if you wanted.
And are we like looking down, or is it like in the side of the wall?
It's in the side of the wall.
Okay.
Hmm.
You know, perhaps we should go back and tell the others that we found a way.
You'll see that just a hint of considering just going ahead. And then it's gone. Yeah. You're right. Let's go get them and get the hell out of here.
Very well. You'll excuse me if I'm a bit slow. I assume this tunnel is so small that we can't really turn around. We just have to inch backwards, or.
Yeah, you can't really turn around. You just kind of have to like back it up.
All right. Off we go. And how? And by the way, how long did it take us to get there? Because I think depending on how long, I would try to make small talk again. Because we're just crawling through.
Yeah, only about like a minute.
Oh, okay. Then I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. So as you guys are crawling through, and as Chad and Eric are trying to get this door open, Eric, you can feel that you are just about to get this thing unlocked. You got it working. You got it powered. You're just trying to figure out the code to get it to open. And the voice kind of comes on again, and both Anastasia and Jason can hear it. It seems to be broadcasting throughout the building.
I have decrypted another voice recording. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, play it. What? And like I kind of mindlessly just keep going on at the door.
Very well. Initiating playback.
They've gotten out of their cages. They're so goddamn smart. I don't know how many are dead. I got separated. I tried the exit, but they got it blocked off. Oh, shit. They're coming. Oh, fuck, they're coming. Oh, God, I can hear them. They're in the vent. Maybe I can. No. No! Stay away! Ah!
Anastasia and I both heard that.
Error. Yeah. Error. Error. Playback. Destroyed. Recording. Destroyed. Error. Error.
Shit. Go.
Yeah. I just power it backwards as fast as I can, and can I make it out in this turn, or?
Yeah, actually that's where we're going to take a break. Just a quick 10-minute break for bio and whatever, and then we'll be back. Sound good?
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
God, this has me fucked up.
Yeah, what do you think so far?
This is amazing. This is some of the most fun I've had playing role-playing games. Like it's cool. It's cool.
It's different, eh?
Very different, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like it encourages much more role play because you don't have any mechanics to work with really. So you only have like your role play stuff and yeah, you do find out something about mechanics, but and I live for the role play, so.
Yeah, I know that this game probably wouldn't be for everyone just because there are some people who just really love the mechanic aspect of it, but I love roleplay, so.
Honestly, yeah, and I do too, but I think like I like both sides of it. I sometimes like I'm usually never super mechanical, but like there's some times where I do like being kind of like I'm a super spellcaster and I'm slinging around stuff like that. But sometimes I do like just kind of. This is the first time I've ever played just like a person, and like maybe I got some skills, but I don't know that yet. Maybe I'll never find out. So.
That's very interesting. You know, I'm running the same scenario, but you guys have been playing it like so differently from the others, and I think that's just really interesting. Like neither of you are like better or worse, but like just in the way that you guys are solving it, it's really cool, I think.
Yeah. Those recordings are really those are really good. Those make me feel bad about the way I run my games because now I got to do stuff like that.
Yeah, no, the people on AbTab are fantastic. That they were so willing to help out. I think we played so far was we had Luke, Gallagher, Drake Warren, and our very own Jason was one of the recordings.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's right. Because I know I recognized a couple of people. I played like a game with Luke, and that's about it. I don't know. Like the closest I've ever used to sound effects is fantasy War of the Worlds tripod attacked the players, and I played the foghorn sound, and it freaked them out the first time. That's the closest I've done.
Yeah, Eric, Chad, what are you guys thinking so far of the game? What do you guys think?
Dude, like I almost pooped my pants when you were playing the recording of the event. That's why I was gone for so long. I had to change. No, but oh my God, I'm loving this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, this is something special. Like, I watched the last one, and so I kind of knew what to expect going in. I love that different that game. Oh, like it feels different because of how things are going right now and how things are progressing. Mm-hmm. It's a great thing because, like, I feel like, cool, this could easily be like an adventure kit or something that could be run multiple times in the same way. But depending on the players and depending on the characters you put into the story, they're all going to be different and they're all going to react in a different way. So that's super cool. And I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just telling like Anastasia that, you guys are solving this problem so differently from the other group. And I just think that is so cool and so interesting about how you guys are going at it and stuff. It's super cool.
So far, it's a blast.
So I'm about to make myself look like a really bad Dice on Ice fan. But there was what? So I know there was another game, but is that game up? Actually?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I totally missed that because I saw the interest post and I was like, oh, there's a first game, but I couldn't find it. So.
Yeah. The last game, which we are finishing at the end of February, so I want to get the other two groups in, so there's no like spoilers or anything like that. Yeah, the last game had Josh Rivera, Jacob Norman, Jeff Doty, and Nico Dawson. Sorry if I got anyone's name wrong. Last names. But yeah, no, that was fun. And then I have another game at the beginning of February. But yeah, this has just been such a blast. I love this game.
Man, I want to run this game now. Like this is such a. I've always wanted to. The problem is like my players don't like this style of gameplay at all because like I don't know. One of them really is like super in-depth mechanical, which is fine, but and he usually like it's only with his character creation. Then when he's in the game, he's a fantastic role player, but he doesn't like the prospect of like an unknown amnesia sort of game. And then the other guy just really, really likes Warforged and tries to work in Warforged into every single character he makes, which is a little frustrating, but it works most of the time. So,
hey, he likes his flavor.
But I don't know. So I'm excited that I get to play in this.
Yeah, dude. I would. What I would do is I would sequester like the group. Then, if like your home group and stuff wouldn't work for this, like put up an interest post like this and just play it with other people that aren't your home group. Because I know for a fact that like certain players don't play the same way as others. So you got to find the right people to run certain games. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Can I add that I really, really, really like that we've been this long into the game and there's been 3 rolls, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome. I still don't know a thing about my character mechanically. Not a thing.
I like know maybe 4 things about my character already, but it's not even enough for me to make assumptions on. And that's something that I absolutely love too. It's like, oh, cool. I have these little nuggets of stuff, but nothing else. And I can barely make. It's like this game is the equivalent of a Rorschach painting. Like it's really like it's a blot test. Of like pretty much D&D.
That's such a great way to put it.
Just a little tidbit for character, like just personality wise, and said, hey, this. I'm like, cool. And I'm just trying to run with this. And that's, I don't know, this is really, really enjoyable.
yeah, I think giving you guys your alignments probably was super helpful, just as like a, this is an initial, this is something. But
Yeah,
I'm
for
playing
sure.
like a character. I don't know. I don't think this is spoilers because nobody here knows me. But I'm playing basically like a caricaturized version of myself right now. So
I would like to think that I wouldn't act anything like this in this kind of a situation. I hope.
Yeah, for me to be a lot more screaming, a lot more crying, a lot more panic.
absolutely. Oh man.
Yeah, just another quick question. Audio working good? Recordings are, I'm trying to make them as smooth as possible.
Yeah, they're crystal clear for me, and this has come from someone who has super spotty internet. So
yeah,
okay.
The only people I'm having any kind of issue with at all is Chad's audio goes in and out from time to time, but his video is great. And Anastasia, your video is terrible, but your audio is great.
it's okay. The terrible video is doing me a lot more favors than it is.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I think we'll take this moment, if you guys want, you can kind of introduce who you are. I'm not going to say introduce your character because you don't know that. But if you have anything to plug or anything like that, now's the time to do it. I won't go through everyone, but just if you want to do a quick shout out, you can do that now.
I will. I'm Jason. I've got a budding channel on YouTube called Smith's Forge Gaming. I've only got one video on it right now. I will be correcting that tomorrow, actually. I'm going to be running a game, concluding an adventure that I hope will end pretty drastically. But yeah, check it out tomorrow on YouTube, Smith's Forge Gaming. Thanks a lot.
Sweet, man. So, hi guys. My name is Chad. I am 1/3 part of a wonderful, awesome podcast with my brothers at large, Jeremy Lilly and Jeff Doty. We run Dudes of Yore. You should totally check that out. I don't know when we're going to get the next one out, but it hopefully will be soon. And then on top of that, I run a little known YouTube channel by my name, Chad Nick. You can find it there. And I've got a couple of games coming out the box, hopefully February, March. I promised myself I was going to get more games in, and it's going to happen. It's going to start in February, but I'm super, super stoked for that.
Okay, awesome. So if everyone's good, nothing else to plug.
I'm Anastasia, but I can get this out of the way. You can call me Anna. That's fine. It's a short and it's easier. And I don't have a channel yet, but I want to start a channel. It probably won't be super D&D related. It might have some videos, but it's probably just going to be a bunch of random shit that I want to put out. So I don't know. That might be on the horizon, but don't look for it because it's going to be bad.
Don't look. No.
I guess I'll go real quick. I'm Eric, full-time nurse, full-time nerd. So I'm playing D&D with these wonderful people, and I just know them through the Facebook group, Absolute Tabletop. Check it out because they have some nice stuff on there, great community, and that's how I'm able to get my games in and roll some dice with some great people.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, this is the first game I played with you, and it's awesome. Awesome to have you here. So thank you. All right, so let's get back into it. So we ended off with the recording, and Anna and Jason getting their butts out of this vent. And just as this recording has ended, Eric, you hear the satisfying ding, and the door slide open.
I look at Chad and I say, well, I was hoping for the door to open, but now it's open. After that recording, I kind of wish it was closed now. Should we wait for the others?
Jeez. Yeah, because the one with the gun, like, I don't have a weapon.
Yeah, a gun's
And
kind of important.
you've got a what is that? A screwdriver you've got there? Like,
basically a fancy multi-tool. So
yeah.
So I ain't killing any beasts with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could bludgeon them to death, but that would take forever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll wait for the others.
I guess run. Sorry, go.
No, we'll wait for the others and make a plan from there.
Probably around this time, Anna just like, and I just fall on my ass. And so we heard that recording from everywhere in the building. So no more of that. Considering the last recording, probably for the best of us. Second, how's the door?
Well, it's open.
Great.
Ladies
We should
first.
keep it closed.
That's what I was thinking.
Kind of don't want to stay in here though. I'm a little bit more aligned with us getting out of the box. I like you guys. Don't get me wrong. I like you guys. You haven't killed me yet, and you're supporting me living, which is a great thing.
Feeling is mutual.
If we stay here, whatever will probably come to snack on us one way or another. Because that wasn't human. God, I hope it wasn't human.
Right. Well, me and the other fellow, we did find a way out into what looks like a lobby. I didn't really see it. It was described to me. But it sounds like a front entrance of plasma core. It seems promising is what I guess I'm saying. And there was nobody there. Nothing. And we didn't find the source of the smell either, I'm afraid. I don't know if that's good or bad yet. But if we keep this closed, we might have some luck through the vent, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Or we just walk through the door and how long was the vent? How long was the vent? Like, seriously, give or take, if we were to walk through this door right now, would the room that you're talking about, this entryway, would that be on the other side of this? Because if so, 50-50 shot, pretty sure we could just walk through if there's nobody there.
I imagine I'm out of the vent at this point, listening to the debate going on which way to go, and I'll chime in with, look, the recording says whatever that noise was in the vents. You're welcome to go through it. I'm going out this way and start to walk towards the door.
I was going to try and talk you out of it, but you know what? That's a smart thing. Like, you know what? I don't have to have an argument because that's full. Like, and I'm not climbing. He pats his old leg and just, yeah, that's not happening. I tried to punch a door earlier.
Now, Megan, you said that I have a sort of innate knowledge of building layouts, like how they're typically laid out, or at least know what makes sense. Going by the direction I was going in the vent, what would I roll to maybe like kind of know which hallways to navigate to reach the same destination?
Maybe something like maybe insight or perception. Yeah, something like that. Either way, it's a -1.
Ooh. Ew. Insight sounds most reasonable, I think, but ew. Yeah, that's going to be a 4. So feelings have failed me. I sit in my.
I think with your already innate knowledge, you would kind of know that it should maybe end up close to where you guys let off, but you're not 100% sure. It seems like it is.
Okay. I will confidently stride down the hallway as if I know exactly where I'm going.
Do the rest of you follow?
Let's follow the man with the gun. Come on. And I'm going to motion for people to follow, but I'm going to follow first. I'm not going to be the last one out.
I say I'll go last because of his leg. He shouldn't be in the back, and I look at Chad.
Right. Okay. Thanks. And at this point, I take stock of anything in the room. I know you said that like I have the bag like pole, and I actually break it. Like I don't need it anymore, but I break it. I just have my frail hands. I just like pop it loose from where it is. I toss the bag portion off, and I have basically like a steel cane, a steel pipe off the bottom, all that kind of stuff. I take a couple minutes and take care of that, and then I'll have like a steel cane to kind of set my leg. I pat him on the shoulder as I pass. Thanks, kid. I'm gonna remember that. That's funny. I'm gonna remember that actually.
So when everyone else leaves the room, I'm the last one in the room. I want to scan the room one more time. Is there any like sharp objects like a scalpel, a knife, or anything in there?
Not that you can immediately see, no.
Okay. Never mind then. All right, and then okay, I leave with them. As the last person in the line.
Okay, and as you guys are going through this long hall, which resembles that of a hospital, seems very, very sterile, very white floors, white walls, that kind of thing. There is one cot, kind of a gurney type thing, resting up against one of the hallways. And you begin to hear something. It seems to come from everywhere. Daddy! Daddy, where are you? Help me, please. It's so dark in here. Please help me. Turn off your light and go get in your bed.
Which direction was that coming from?
It seemed to be coming from everywhere. So most reasonably, actually, make me a perception check if you want. Anyone who wants to can just tell me and I'll let you know.
Pardon my French, but what the fuck was that?
That's a big old nope is what that is.
So, Chad, I don't know if I already gave you what you have, but you would have a +1 to perception. Eric, you would have a +2 to perception. And Anna, you have a +4 to perception. So I think the only one that would really maybe know is Jason. Your best guess is that it's coming from the speakers where you're hearing the AI's voice, the computer's voice.
Okay. With that, I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit, trying to find the damned lobby. Because this place has got me creeped out right now, and I don't want to be here anymore.
I am going to be looking along the sides for like that same fire axe I was hoping to find in the other room. Can I look around for that too as we're going through the hallway?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't really see anything. Again, this place is very empty. And you notice that even in some spots, like the painting hasn't been finished. It's been patched, but the painting hasn't been done.
That's odd. You'd think a place like this would be all run and derelict as it is in those old stories, but this looks new, like way too new. It's not done yet. And I kind of like slow down a little bit to run my hand along the unfinished paint. You don't suppose they built this specifically to hide us, do you? Or whatever the thing on the recording was.
Well, it sounded like a little girl.
Oh, not the little girl that.
Yeah, that.
And
yeah, well, both of them, both sounds atrocious, horrible. I'm surprised I'm still standing. As far as that goes, look, I guess that means what are we? Why were we so important that they had to make another fucking wing for us?
If that recording was right, they thought we were dead.
Computer, funny joke. If that was a joke, that voice was you. I'm not laughing right now. Just saying.
Negative. There was no indication that the sound came from my system.
Oh, yeah. No, that makes me feel so much better. Reassuring me. in my time of need. Computer, I'm going to ask you another question because I'm dumb and for myself. I need to know. You know more than just. I need to know that you know more than just that room. Do you have a schematic? Do you have something that we could?
Affirmative.
Fantastic. And I look to Eric. Hey, is that tool of yours to sync up? And I don't know how this works, or maybe I do, and it's just not here. But is there a way that you could make it work so that we could see a schematic?
Yeah, I try. Is there a way for me to connect the arc tool possibly to the? I don't know how to say it, like to the network of this building, of the schematic or the layout.
So you would probably, I'm not going to get you to roll for it because this is just something you'd probably know. You would need access to a terminal. Similar to the one that you fixed, but probably something that works better. But if you had access to a terminal, you could get the layout to this place.
Like the one that might be found in a security desk in a lobby?
Exactly.
I would say.
But
oh, go ahead.
Sorry. By this time, you've reached kind of the end of the hallway, where there is a door, and this door does have a handle, but it seems, but no windows or anything. And no computer. It seems very primitive.
You guys feeling lucky going through this door?
Very slowly now. But does anyone step forward to do the task of opening the door? Because otherwise, yeah.
Well, if there's something behind that door, I don't really have a weapon, just harsh language to fight them off. So I don't volunteer personally.
I look back to Jason's character and I say, like, if I open this door, do you think you don't fire too hastily? Just please don't. But I just I kind of go up to the handle and I grab the handle and I look back at everyone just to kind of make sure everyone's ready.
I'll kind of ready the pistol and nod.
And I slowly open the door, trying not to make any noise as I turn the handle. Is it locked?
No, in fact, the lock seems to be broken. When you kind of turn it, it just kind of opens very, very easily on its own.
I kind of... Well, isn't that incredibly disconcerting? And I pull open the door and I don't open it all the way, I just peek around. Is it dark?
Yeah, and no, the lights are on. All the lights seem to be working with this lever that you pulled. And you see what looks to be a laboratory with these long benches and flasks and various liquids, and kind of when you open it, this awful scent of acetone and lab smell kind of hits you. But again, everything is quiet.
Odd question. Does that smell trigger anything with me?
Yes. It would. You have been in here before.
I think I've been in here before. I don't know if I worked here or not, but I do think I remember this place. And I slowly open the door a little bit more and just kind of go in a little bit, still trying to keep as cautiously as I can. And it's just is it like bright light? Are we talking like bright lights? Like there are no hidden spots anywhere?
Yeah, like white light. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you open it further and you look in, you see there are a bunch of boxes at the far end of the room. And across from you, you do see 2 terminals, kind of right to your, is if you were to go right to your right, you would see 2 terminals. And then right next to the boxes on the far end, you see another door.
All right. Here's a terminal. A couple of them actually. See what you can do with this. I think against my better judgment, I'm gonna have a look at those boxes.
Before she even finishes her sentence, I immediately start walking over to the terminal with the arc tool.
Ah, very good. She kind of is like, oh, okay. I'm gonna walk over to those boxes and take a peek inside.
So, as you kind of go over to this terminal, you're able to kind of one of them is like completely destroyed. There is no hope of saving it, but the other one hasn't been. And so you're able to turn it on and kind of get it working and get it loaded up. And make me a tech roll, please.
Will do. A modified 20.
Yeah, so you are almost immediately, you know where to go. You have operated this or something like this before. You almost seem to know where to go to get the schematics. And so within a few minutes or a minute, you get it. And I have sent you guys through the Facebook group the schematics.
Also, while I'm in the terminal, I don't tell them, but I would like to see if there's any other information about this lab, if there's pictures of us or videos of who we are, what's going on. That's just any information in that way.
Yeah. So you're kind of looking. You're going through things, and you'll come to a video. And the video is of the outside, the parking lot of this area of what you assume to be the building, and there are police barricading kind of the entrance to this building, guns pointed at the doors. Would you like to play the video?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna play the audio. You hear, and this you hear a man speaking into the radio, and you hear what he says.
This is Lieutenant Anderson speaking. This is being broadcasted to all channels in this building. To Doctors Sanchez, Dr. Chevali, Dr. Kinderman, and Dr. Patterson. I understand where you are coming from. I think that you are truly still wanting to help people, and you think that this cure is the only way, we are willing to negotiate, only if you release the hostages. I understand, Dr. Sanchez, that you lost your daughter, so please, think of those parents, of those lives you hold in your hand. Lift the barricade. We do not want an increase of casualties. I believe this can all end peacefully.
And then the video ends. And if you were to look a bit more, you see that most of the files are empty. The file names are there and everything. In fact, there are files titled Dr. Cherval, Dr. Sanchez, Dr. Kinderman, and Dr. Patterson. But the files themselves are empty. There is another file named Xenoarchaea Astrochontis, which immediately you see it, and it fires a memory. You know that in Latin, that means bacteria from beyond.
And it's just the title of the file you said, but it's empty.
The file, and if you were to click on it, everything's empty.
I don't discreetly I don't outwardly say anything. I just leave the information up on the computer, but I don't tell them to come look at it. They probably heard the video, right? Me playing the video. So I just look at them for the affirmation that, yeah, this is our situation, and I walk away from the terminal. And I show them the schematic, though.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
What is it? Xeno? What the hell? Does that trigger anything for me when I read this word or when I see this part of the file whenever Eric shows this to me?
Yeah, you immediately would recognize this. You would recognize its meaning, meaning bacteria from beyond, and all of you would know this. It would immediately come to your mind, and you know that there was something very important about it.
Okay, then. So, all right. And I like to Jason, and then to myself. Okay. All right. So, if, and I'm just saying if we were infected with that stuff, the paperwork back there, it said something about tumors. Do you think that these assholes would be brazen enough to infect us with whatever the bacteria from beyond?
Weirder things have been done in the medical world. Although, I don't think with quite this consequence.
Yeah. I look, I kind of figure that we're not alone in this. It's not just the four of us. Okay? If it is, then damn, we're the most special people on this planet right now. Which, while flattering, also is a little bit offsetting. Look, how old is your wound?
I'll look at you flabbergasted, like, as if I should have thought of this before. I lift my shirt up and start to look at the side that's been causing me so much grief. What exactly do I see?
You see a scar that you recognize was from an incision, but is healing over. There's no stitches or anything. It's not open. And you don't even feel any pain from the scar. It does feel more internal. But it's had time to heal. More than 2 weeks.
And I'll look at Chad and just ask more to myself than really to him, but just, what did they do to us?
And I look to Eric and Anna, and I just look, you two. I'm not blaming, but you two weren't hurt for all intents and purposes. At least I don't know. But I was in a bed. He was in a bed. You two seemed fine. So what makes you special?
And what were you doing inside my bed? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I said something stupid.
I look at him, and then when the officers, was that the officer when he said, "Lost your daughter"? Did that spark any memories with me at all?
No.
Okay.
No, it didn't.
How about me?
No.
Okay.
No. Just anger, I think, a little bit.
So with that information, and I look at him and go, it is weird. Both of you in the beds, me on the floor, and her off in the corner of the room. I don't have the answers. And if I did something to wrong you guys in our previous life before we lost our memories, I'm sorry. But I think all of us are in the same boat now. We're all trapped in here with whatever those things are. And I have a feeling that these negotiations are not going to go over well once we step out that door with the police.
Yeah.
So for right now, we have to stick together. And whatever has happened in the past, we'll figure that out once we get out of here and get some more information.
Yeah, that's smart.
No. We're the victims here. We've done nothing. We wake up in a bed. We got recordings of mad scientists talking about curing this and curing that and going down in history. Now you're telling me I'm going to be the enemy of the police if I come forward with it? It sounds like to me that you are covering some kind of bullshit up, and I do not like it.
Hey.
Gunman, please. Maybe we're all at fault here, but fighting isn't going to get us out of here. Now, we are all entitled to be angry. We are all wake up. We're all strangers in a strange land. And But nothing is going to come out of us pointing fingers at anybody, not at ourselves, not at the police, not at the hospital staff, not at that little girl and the speaker. We're just going to find a way out of here first, and then we'll see what's going to happen next.
Okay.
Speaking of sticking together, Megan, I think I was looking over at those boxes over in the corner by the door by myself.
Yeah. So you're looking through them. There are quite a few, and some of them are packed up. They are mostly filled with various equipment and like glasses, and you do find some scalpels, and you find some acetone and just stuff you'd find in a lab. But as you kind of get to the last box, you hear something. And this is a fairly big box, and you could have sworn you heard a growl come from it.
I stop cold. I don't touch it. And I kind of look at the box, and then I look at the...
I'm sorry, I'll be back in 1 second, sorry.
I look at the box with the scalpels in it, and I just kind of like, as quickly as I can without cutting myself, I'm just gonna reach in and grab one, and I'm gonna whisper to everyone else that, did you hear that? And I'm gonna slowly back away from the, you know, I'm actually, I would have grabbed 2 scalpels because I think I was gonna give one to Chad's character, but I'd slowly be backing away from the box, and I say, did you hear that? Am I just crazy? And I'm pointing to this large, conspicuous box that growled at me.
You say you heard growling?
It growled at me.
I don't think any of you would have been close enough or maybe paying attention to have heard it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm inclined to believe that I'm just freaked out, but we can never be too safe, and I definitely heard that box growled at me.
Okay.
By the way, here you go. And I hand a scalpel over to Nick.
Cool.
Chad.
So I'm gonna take the scalpel in my hand, in the good hand, and away from the cane hand. So I look around the room. I scan the room for any other items, like anything that we could use in event of an altercation, a fight, anything like that.
Yeah, so there are various items. Some of them are fairly large. There are various tools. You would be able to find some scissors, the scalpels, some matches.
Would there be like a medical bone saw or something like in there somewhere? Maybe.
Yeah. I think there would be. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna search the room, and then see if I can find myself like a bone saw or something with a little bit more weight and heft to it than a scalpel. But I'm definitely gonna like pocket the scalpel in my upper. I imagine that there's like an upper pocket of my scrub. I'm gonna like stick the scalpel in the upper pocket of my scrub, and then you know, as a last resort kind of thing. And then I'm gonna look around the room for other larger weaponry, that like makeshift weaponry that I could use.
And just as you guys are kind of looking around and getting ready, Anna, you see this thing this dark shape kind of slither out of the box. It's fairly big, about the size of like a house cat. And it just kind of comes out and kind of flumps to the floor, and the tail is kind of part of it is left in the box. And then it stands up on the back of its hind legs, and it looks at you. And this is what you see.
Nobody make any sudden moves.
Right
There
about-
is a giant fucking rat in front of me. And it's just staring at me, right?
Yeah,
You know-
so far it's just staring at you.
Would I be do you think I would be very freaked out about this, or would I be collected? Or is that for me to decide?
I think that could be for you to decide.
Because I have this sneaking suspicion that I'd be a little bit more connected. I know that in labs, now you're the DM, but I know in labs they have like 50 like little like just everywhere on lab tables they have little spray bottles of ethanol.
Yes.
Common cleaner. So if one of those is close to me, I'm gonna slowly reach out and grab one. And
Yeah, in this thing, it looks like it can hardly move. It's so heavy with these tumor and these lumps on its stomach. And it just kind of sits there and it just starts like chittering at you.
Can I see this? Like, where am I in relation to this?
I think you guys were all standing around the terminal. So I think you guys would definitely, if you looked, you'd be able to see it. And also, I think Anna would have, she said don't make any sudden movements, which would have, I guess, probably spurred you guys on to look.
yeah. And even if you didn't, I did say there's a big fucking rat in front of me.
I would not. I don't think I would do anything except open fire at this thing.
Yeah. So how many would you do, 1 or 2 shots, or would you empty it?
3. Like just a bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Make 3 attack rolls, and that will judge if we go into combat or not.
Do I have any modifiers?
Yes. Let me.
I'll type in what I have.
Yeah, you have a +1 modifier. So yeah, 2 of those hit it.
Okay, so +1. Okay.
Despite being the one who's told everyone to be quiet, as soon as the gun goes off, I just scream at the top of my lungs, Christ! I told you not to shoot anything spontaneously! And I'm gonna wait for the rat to attack me. Or I do.
Yeah, and a damage for this is 1d8 plus 1 for you.
Okay, so that's a total of 6 damage.
Yeah, this thing falls to the ground. and just kind of, starts to twitch, making these kind of horrible, like the same screeching noises that you heard in the one recording with them in the vents, that kind of.
Fuck.
And what the hell do you think was going to happen if you just stood there? You should be thanking me right now.
Is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead. Definitely dead.
I was going to throw acetone on it and burn it. And that would have... Never mind. How many bullets are left in that?
Now, here's a good question. Seems I'm fairly accurate when I'm pulling the trigger. How familiar am I with firearms? Would I have to mess with this thing for a second, or would I naturally just...
This does not feel natural to you at all. You consider yourself lucky you even got those shots. Very, very lucky. So you kind of are like fiddling with it. There are 2 shots left.
Would I happen to have like a reaction like, oh my god, you just fired a gun? Or like, oh my god, you idiot, you inexperienced idiot, why are you firing that gun? Or would I feel...
Definitely.
I would feel...
Yeah, definitely. You would feel like... something in the back of your mind would have been like, I should have been the one to fire that gun. I could have done it in half the shots.
I kind of like... I think I realized this, and I feel like a little bit sick with myself, and I'm like... And I consider saying it should be me to hold the gun, but considering I'm not the one who's been hurt, and I just think like, I'll stick with the ethanol. But I do, I guess if there's nothing here, I'm gonna just kind of grab a couple of these like little plastic spray bottles of ethanol, and I'm gonna grab those matches if they were around and just kind of pocket those. Well, do you think that seemed a bit easy? Why is there nobody here?
Well, I mean, rat infestation is one of them.
Yes, but why are we here?
Well, and I look to Jason. If what I'm thinking happened, just hypothetical question, because I don't know. We were experiments at some point, and I don't know about the 2 of you, but look, whatever tumors or whatever sores that thing had on it, I'm going to hazard to guess that it was probably similar to the reports that we saw in the other room. So there's got to be some sort of infection going around.
I have decrypted another tape recording.
Wonderful.
Before you record that, is there a way to isolate your audio so that you're only playing in this room? Computer.
Isolating audio. Playback.
Good.
In warm storage.
Yeah, I guess this thing's on. Damien Harding. That's me. So, Dr. Cheval, I know he's very particular about that. He informed me that my internship would be terminated, and all work I've done under him would be erased if I left, like most of the other interns. But after what they've done, I'm not sure what it's worth staying anymore. I mean, others have told me they'll be coming any day now and locking this place down for good. Honestly, I mean, I don't even know why it didn't happen sooner. If all the rumors are true, maybe I can stick it out. I mean, wait until everything gets closed and Dr. Cheval he'll have to give me my credits. I mean, right? Isn't that the way it works? I mean, can't be a hard ass about that. Yeah. Anyway, it's Damien Harding. I guess I need to include my intern number. It's 63, so yeah, that's me. Dr. Cheval, I don't know, he seems like he's a dick.
Recording terminated.
The feeling's mutual. So one of the things that I'm gonna hold on to is this Cheval. He's a dick. We're good with that. Moving on.
Yes, not a very nice person.
No, well then that means the other ones. Sanchez. Fuck, what? Help me here. It's fading in and out.
Patterson
Sanchez.
and Kinderman.
Yeah, Kinderman. Those assholes. I imagine if one of them is leading this, they're not going to be the best kind of people either.
I can't say I disagree with that. I don't like the term warm storage. Is that what they said that this area was?
When you asked to isolate the audio, it said playing in warm storage, yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't want to know what you'd be storing in warm storage. How? And you said there was another door out of this place?
Yes. There is a there is a door leading beside the boxes.
I point to the door and I say, I suggest we press on. Everyone else, take a look around and just see if you can find anything useful. Acetone and ethanol burn very easily when ignited. Be careful, but it might be useful. And I'm actually going to see. So I just have like my scrub on, right? I'm going to see. I don't expect to find anything super substantial, but I'm going to see if there's just any way to like lash these like 3 or 4 bottles of ethanol so I don't have to carry them.
I'm sure you could probably find some tape or gauze, something like that.
Yeah. I just find some duct tape and I just kind of like, and I just like have like a small little bandolier of acetone, ethanol bottles.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll investigation as well. See if there's anything in the room that I feel drawn to that I find useful that I could use.
Yeah. So Eric, you have your investigation modifier, correct?
Yes, I do.
Chad, yours is +3.
$14.
Could I help them with that also?
Yep. You have a you have a +2 to investigation.
My Atcon dice hates me today.
Chad, what did you get? Okay. So Chad, you are looking around and you find a key card. What looks to be some sort of identification key card. It looks different from the one you found before because it has a bit of like a mag strip on it. And it has the name Damian Harding on it. But other than that, I think you guys have pretty much cleaned up anything valuable in the room you guys have already found. So.
I suggest the door then. I think same arrangement as last time. I'll take a peek first.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to try the door. Is it also unlocked?
No, it is locked, but beside it there is a kind of a console with like a little swipe thing next to it.
Did someone find a key card? And look around.
Was that me that found the key card?
Yeah,
yeah,
that was you.
So I walk up next to her and just like, I found this. It's and Damien was the voice that we heard over the last radio broadcast, right?
Yes, that's correct.
It's the kid's card. I got it. Here, let's shot in the dark, right? Jokes. And I like just flash the badge over the scanner, and hopefully it actually works.
Yeah, you immediately hear a beep and then a click of the door unlocking.
Open sesame. All right, cool. Good. Everybody got everything they need? Everybody situated? Let's not fire off any more of those rounds unless we absolutely have to, huh?
Oh, have a scalpel before we leave. I might need one.
That would elicit a really cold stare from me.
Yeah, because I only have a multi-tool, and that's about it. So I'm gonna pick up a scalpel.
Yep, you're able to grab one. There were tons. So Chad, do you open the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I've got my cane. I've got a. I picked up a bone saw probably off the table somewhere. I picked up anything that I felt would have been of value. Maybe even some bandages or some gauze, because obviously this is a medical facility. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of those too on the way out. I put those in like a small makeshift pack on my side, and then I just we go ahead and go in.
Yeah, and
I'm
immediately
ready to go in.
Yeah, immediately you are hit with this blast of cold.
Okay. Fuck. Scrubs are not proficient in weather. Oh, Jesus, my knee. God. The cold just immediately attacks that joint, attacks that pain, and like I almost double over on my knee.
Yeah, and you see that you there's a bit of a hallway ahead of you. It kind of goes straight and then veers off to the right a little bit.
Just to be clear, this is not like a walk-in, like refrigerated room or anything like that. This is a hallway.
Yeah, so far no. But if you look on your maps, you find that it does lead to cold storage.
Oh. I see.
So do you guys kind of go into the hallway?
Yeah, at a brisk walk, trying to get to the end of this.
Yeah, falling behind.
Yeah, so as you
How am I
guys kind of it's
Nothing.
just cold. Yeah. So you guys kind of go along the hallway, it kind of snakes around, and then you guys are met with you know, like when you enter into like a cold room, they have like those plastic sheets kind of hanging down that you have to like pass through.
Little curtain strips.
Yeah. That's what's there. And in this in this place, you see that there are rows and rows of shelving. And in these on these shelving are just seemingly hundreds of petri dishes. Each of them are labeled Xenoarchaea astroctonus and phase 1, phase 2. And they're all these like little petri dishes. And then you hear the sound behind you. It's echoing down the hallway. You hear the sound of the door closing and the sound of it locking. And a voice comes over the speakers again. Daddy? Daddy, it's so cold. It's so cold and I can't get warm. Daddy, help! And that's where we're going to end our session.
Fuck that.
No.
Not planning on this session. Holy shit, I forgot all about the cold.
This is why we can't have nice things.
You can't do this to us.
I try to flip the table due to my 9 strength, my wrists, and like.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, that was a lot of fun.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That was superb.
So yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream. So thanks to everyone who watched it now and watches it in the future. Tune in next time. And thanks everyone, and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.